Dear colleagues, I want to take this opportunity to re-emphasize some areas of concern with all of you. I know you all have a lot on your plate to juggle, and I really appreciate that. This short video is but a small, helpful tool to help refocus you on some key issues that are becoming problematic for us as a department. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the subject. First thing I want to talk about is rules infraction. If you come across a rules infraction on the bus and that infraction rises to a bus referral immediately, then go ahead and do so. Come on in and write that referral. Let me give you a couple of examples, right? If you have a fight on the bus, even though the student or students involved have never been any problems for you, that is a referral. If a student calls another student a racial epithet, that is a referral immediately. Don't let that kind of stuff go by the wayside. Even though you address it, we need to report these things. And honestly, any other form of the protected classes, if they occur on your bus, we need to make sure that we do a bus referral. And any unsafe acts which causes you to be an unsafe driver, those need to be reported through the bus referral system. Seatbelts. We know that having your elementary students wear a seatbelt reduces student disciplinary issues by many-fold. You should daily, highly, and I mean highly, recommend to your students to put their seatbelts on just like they do in their mom and pop vehicle. Don't take no for an answer, especially if a student or a group of students are not following the rules that you've set on that school bus. Nothing beats consistency for positive student management than drivers and attendants who are firm and fair in dealing with students. You have to be consistent in your approach. Not telling you to be anal, I'm not telling you to look the other way, I'm telling you need to find a balance. You need to be firm on safety rules, but yet you need to be fair. You need to listen to the student side of any issue that may arise and then make a determination on how to go about dealing with it. This is a simple request. Use the two-way radio for its intended purposes only. And I'm not going to dwell on that anymore. We have had several contact tracing issues lately because drivers are not keeping their seating charts up to date. We're actually calling parents of students who've been removed from a particular bus, but they were still on the seating chart to tell them that their child is quarantined. And you can imagine the concerns and the frustration and the consternation that these parents go through. And then we find out that their child is not on this particular bus that we're talking about. So the chart's got to be accurate. The chart's got to be readable. The chart's got to be kept up to date. It makes all of us look incompetent and unprofessional with our parents and with our partners at the DOH, Department of Health. We're quickly approaching the daylight saving time, which is Sunday, March the 14th. Statistics show, and you can see the statistics on the right hand side of the slide, that most school bus injuries and fatalities occur in the afternoon on a clear, dry, sunny day. Be defensive. Don't be complacent on these beautiful days. And don't be part of the statistics. Again, talking about statistics, 99.99% of all of our accidents and incidents are related to poor judgment on the side of the school bus driver. The best way to know you've come to a full stop at a stop sign or at a red light is to actually stop and then count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 as you're looking left, right, left again to make sure that you can proceed, right? Also, you want to keep in mind the green stale light. You want to get in the mode of preparing to stop, and you do that by beginning to slow down so that you're not pushing the limit and then you're going under a red light at the last second. All of these accidents and incidents that are happening are preventable, and again, they are based on poor judgment, not necessarily your driving skills, right? So some of us are not squaring our turns. When we don't square a turn and we go shallow, we are going to hit things. When we look ahead and we see a car or two cars and we're trying to fit in between them, or a car in a dumpster, or a dumpster and the fuel pump, and we're trying to fit in between them, and we question that, you know something's going to happen. Anytime you question a move, you know something is going to happen, because I've been dealing with these issues for 21 years, and it has never failed when I ask the question, did you, Mr. or Mrs. Bus Driver, did you think about what you were getting ready to do? Did you question it? And invariably the answer is yes. So if you question it, don't do it. When you're making turns, square your turns. You know, I apologize for the misprint here. It says steak, it should be stale. So again, do not be part of these statistics for these preventable accidents or incidents. Manage your students standing up at the bus board in the morning and the afternoon. You cannot do it if you're seated down in your seat and once in a while you're taking a look at that interior mirror. Students are starting to congregate around their seats. Students are hitting each other. Students are acting foolish. Students are standing up on seats. And the videos I'm looking, I see the drivers just sitting and looking to the front or looking to the side. Maybe once in a while they may say a word or two, but they're not actually physically standing up, facing the students, and actually engaging them to get them to change their behavior. And I'm not asking you to argue with them. When you tell a student sit down and they say, I wasn't standing, you say, I'm not arguing with you, I'm directing you to sit, or there'll be a bus referral. That's being firm. And you cut it off right there. And if they don't follow through with what you're saying, then you do a bus referral. All of a sudden, I don't understand why, but the weather is getting better, and we're beginning to have the same issues we experience in a normal school year. This really, when we don't manage students properly, and we have to share videos with administrators and with parents, and they see these things, all of a sudden their child isn't the person who is doing something wrong. It becomes the adult on the bus who's not controlling the students. And I hate to say it, but the videos I see are exactly that. And I'm not saying two wrongs make a right. That's just a fact of life in society we live today, right? Little Johnny does nothing wrong, even though little Johnny on the video is doing something wrong. But if they see an adult on the bus or in the classroom, and that adult is not taking charge, then it is your fault. That's how they package it. And it becomes exceedingly difficult for us to help you in these circumstances. Please remind all students, and I need you to do this at least a couple to 2-3 times a week, that the COVID-19 pandemic is not over. The bus protocols and your work protocols are still in force. Students need to board the bus, go find their seat, thus the seat assignment, and sit facing the front. They're not to get up. They're not to congregate in the aisle. They're not to congregate around their seats talking to each other. Your job is to stand up and put a stop to this kind of madness. It makes absolutely no sense that we're allowing these things to happen when we put protocols in place for your safety as well as for theirs, right? But here we are, we're not enforcing them all of a sudden. Is it because the weather is getting better? I don't know. I hope not. We need to refocus. And just let me add it again, and I sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the best. And I thank you so much for all that you do. Have a great day.